It's so nice to see you. Thank you for those of you that are returning subscribers. I'm so happy to have you back. Hi. It's nice to see you again. And for those of you that are new, this is Enlightened Journeys, and my name is Astraea Love. I'm here to help enlighten your journey and hopefully entertain you a little bit. I mean, at this point, the stories that come through tarot, it is entertaining. It's got to be entertainment. So, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. I say that because I want you to observe the information rather than absorb it. When we take things too seriously, or like sometimes people can't use their discernment, so they think every part of the reading's about them, and then they'll make a bunch of crazy actions. So, this is why I want you to observe rather than latch on and absorb. Okay. What we're looking for is your higher self, which is your soul, which is part of you that is connected to God. We're looking for that perspective of whatever timeline that comes through that we read today. I meant to say storyline, but yeah, timeline, pretty much. So this is a reading for the collective, so you need to be able to use your best discernment, okay? That means being able to choose what part of the reading you're going to take with you and what part of the reading you're going to leave for somebody else. If you have a pendulum, this is a pendulum. Okay, you can use a pendulum to ask yes and no questions from your higher self. And this is such a great way to open up your intuition. Everybody has clairsentience, and in sense, this is what that is, basically doing muscle testing. Or the pendulum, you're using, your higher self to ask questions. And so when I pull cards and start talking about stuff, you can be like, okay, is this part of the reading for me? You'll get an answer. Okay, is there, then you can make up specific questions in your own mind, like for your own situation, to ask questions on yes and no answers about the reading. Okay. So any advice that's taken from this reading or any other must be followed up with a professional in the field of that advice. All messages are timeless, meaning whenever you get to this reading, whatever's going on will be the current energy, or it could just be that, you're drawn here for some reason, but it's only one or two things that you need to hear from me. So it could just be that. Know that not every message will be your message, and not every message will resonate with you. Okay. This is a trigger warning. Anytime we use the tarot, I don't know what your triggers are. So be warned, okay? You may get triggered because I don't know what your triggers are. So make sure that you're in a mentally and emotionally healthy space while watching tarot. And honestly, if you're all out of whack, you're trying to watch tarot, you're using a pendulum, you may not even get the right answers if you're all out of whack. So make sure that you're grounded, centered, and your right thinking mind. Okay. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to being agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior, because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. The background music that you're hearing is the YouTube channel called Healing Vibrations. Pause this video, go type them in the YouTube bar, and go get yourself a subscription. They have the best crystal sound bath singing bowls that clear the energy in the room, they clear the space, they boost the chakras, they help you calm down. Like, they really have a singing bowl for almost every type of purpose, or a sound bath at least. While you have a moment, hit the like button, show me that you're not a bot or a hater. Now we're going to move into the protection. So I've called in my protection, but now we're going to call in your protection. So we invite our higher selves forward into our consciousness and awareness now. We manifest the Christ consciousness grids of the earth, and we ask that the Most High God assist us in manifesting the Christ consciousness grids of the earth to connect to. We ask that the most accurate information come true. We ask that the Most High God, we invoke and evoke the Most High God, which is drawing into ourselves and drawing from within ourselves outward. We're summoning the archangels, summoning all spirit guides and guardian angels. Oh, there it is. Okay. We invoke and evoke the sword Excalibur, the circle sword, the blue flame, the will of God, along with the legions of Astraea and Michael. We call upon the sword of Moses and the angels to post up in the 4 directions. We're calling upon the ancestors of myself and the ancestors of the collective. We're calling upon the Elohim and the Anunnaki, or Anunnaki, however you want to say it. I've heard it said so many different ways. Okay, we're calling upon the deities of Lovecraftian lore. And we're invoking and evoking the Holy Grail Vortex into the Christ Consciousness grids to anchor in the Holy Spirit. Any crossed over loved ones with messages are more than welcome to come in and deliver those messages as long as they do not attach to the situation. Thank you. Calling upon the Ascended Masters, the highest of high white light, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, the saints, the Ophanim, and the Galactic Federation of Light, the Watchers, the Elementals, the Fae, and the Spirit Realm, the nature spirits, including Gaia and Green Man, Alien, Alienel, and Alien Natu, the extraterrestrial starseed families of myself and of you. We're calling upon the infinite safety and protection that of the Creator, along with the promises for the chosen, Jehovah and Yahweh, the Jinn, Allah, Sakla, Theo, Shiva, Shakti, Lilitha, the light of God, glory of God, the heavenly host armies, the Orisha, Aloha, Olodumare, and Bonque. All right. Now I'm going to use my sacred chime to clear the energy, and then we'll get started. All right. That always just cuts through. Sound is such a great alchemizing, cleansing tool. Like it just cuts through energy. Also, I've got selenite here. This is selenite. It's got some bracelets around it. But I've also got arfetsanite. This is a tower of arfetsanite. And arfetsanite keeps out psychic vampires. Selenite clears, cleanses, and charges all negative energies that are in store in any type of anything, actually. Selenite's a great crystal because it never picks up negative energy. It never needs to be cleansed, and it always has that property of cleansing negative energy. So it's pretty much unlike every other stone. I think citrine's probably the only other stone that doesn't pick up negative energy the same way this selenite doesn't. Just in case you wanted to know, and go get you some selenite. This was called arfetsanite. I don't know if that's too little. That's probably too little of writing. I'll just spell it out for you. A-R-F, this is arfetsanite, okay? A-R-F-V-E-D-S-O-N-I-T-E. Give it a better name. Come on, yo. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to stay spiritually grounded while under attack. So, I chose these two mindfulness cards. But I just wanted to talk about how yesterday I was under severe spiritual attack. It was all day. It was suicide spell after suicide spell after suicide spell after suicide spell. And I mean, I lamented. I was like just distraught. I was distraught all day. So I was calling, crying out to God. Like, and every time I felt one of my tears hit the ground, it was like a literal libation. Like literally, or a lamentation libation, literally. It was like whoever caused that is gonna, for every tear that hit the ground, that's a libation to my ancestors for what these people were doing with witchcraft. So they're gonna pay for that. So the needless to say, I had to stay grounded, and then I had to reverse and I had to talk with God. And I had to reverse and return this energy back to the sender. And I had to pull, because these were people that I actually cared about that were doing this to me, trying to get me to fucking kill myself. Like, what the fuck? Get out of my life, pieces of shit. Straight up. Like, that's so fucked up. So anyways, so I'm like, okay, well, you know, where before I'd be like, well, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone. I don't care. I'm just like, get this fucking energy out of my space, out of my energy field, because this is not me. Like, nobody that I have ever met would be worth me killing myself. Like, nobody's worth that shit. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, so when you're under spiritual attack, and yeah, like there's monitoring spirits here now, but they get pretty bored with me because I don't do a whole lot. So like, you know, people, so I don't know what the whole thing is with the monitoring spirits, but we rebuke that in the name of Jesus. We ask that Jesus come and give them everybody a can of whoop ass that was doing this black magic. It was definitely a witchcraft coven, and I know exactly who the people are. So, yeah, these people better stay the fuck away from me. I'm not kidding, or they might end up unalived by my spiritual protection team, because these people are not going to be allowed to come ever near me again. Like, these were people that were old coworkers, old friends, people from the past. Like they're still were projecting using mirror magic, opening portals on people and projecting that fuck shit. And I'm like, do you want to die? Because think about this. This is like a projection. What does a projection do? Well, if I'm not aligned with killing myself, then, and I rebuke whatever's trying to block me from seeing what the fuck happened. Um, but yeah. So always be like, God, I don't know what this energy is. Like right now, I'm doing it right now. God, I don't know what this energy is. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know who's trying to create blindness in my right eye. But I ask that you intervene on this individual, that you take whatever weapon that has forged in their hands, and whether it's a tongue, whether it's a actual weapon, whether it's spiritual witchcraft, whether it's a fucking voodoo doll, I want you to take it out of their hands. I ask Most High God that you do this for me and that you do that for the collective, that you take these weaponized tools out of these enemies' hands. And then literally, if there's a voodoo doll that somebody's made of somebody else, can you please put that person's soul inside the voodoo doll, so every time they go to stab that eye, stab that heart, stab that knee, that they're literally stabbing themselves, and then they'll fucking actually learn the lesson of like do not touch thine anointed, do my prophets no harm, fucking don't hurt people when they haven't done a goddamn thing to you. Just jealousy, envy, and coveting other people's lives is no excuse to do any type of abuse to anybody. There's no fucking, no one has any reason ever to send evil eye or to do abuse. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody's done to you. You do not be a little pussy bitch. These are pussy bitch people. Coward cunts. Don't be a pussy bitch cowardice cunt and go in the spirit realm and try to fucking do some shit in the ethers because you're too much of a lazy little bitch to do something in the physical realm. This is like what spirit hates these fucking people. So you'll see these places like just start to get annihilated. These people are trying to run away from the bad luck and the bad witchcraft that they manifested, that they were sending, the energy that they sent to your home. I rebuke it, and I ask that the Most High God severely punish and judge. Do not give them mercy. Do not give them grace. Because when we were suffering, where the fuck was our mercy? God, can you find it? Who the fuck was merciful with us? When I was going through suicide spell after suicide spell after suicide spell, having to return that shit back to the fucking idiots that sent it. Fucking, where was the mercy with that? Who the fuck had mercy then? So I'm asking God to never again show this person kindness or mercy. Like, for me and for the collective, the people that are doing this, never again. Like, they need to literally learn what it's like to lose God, even though they don't believe in God, because anybody that would believe in God would know that trying to get somebody to kill themselves using black magic and evil demons is fucking bad. That's wrong. That's evil. That's going against somebody's free will. And it's also blaspheming the creator, saying that, oh, this person that was given life and a job and a duty, that basically, no, God, you're wrong about your creation. Why'd you give it to her? I'm better. No, make her kill herself. That's the type of mentality I'm talking about these people have. So anyways, we're going to talk a little bit. Now, I know we've talked about how to get grounded. You give gratitude to the earth. Anytime that you give gratitude to the earth, like you just pick your favorite thing in nature and you give gratitude to that, you're going to get an amplified energy of gratitude back from the earth given to you. Okay. And by the way, like somehow, because people, they didn't just do shit like this for free. There was amounts of money being spent. These people are going to being put in a spiritual prison. Their gifts, their lineage gifts, and their abilities are going to be stripped and fucking taken. Take that shit away from them, God. And then literally, if any, like, fucking, I report these people to their ancestors. Let's just say that. for the collective and for me. I'm reporting them to their ancestors so that their ancestors know exactly why what the fuck is about to happen is about to happen. And their ancestors like, oh, yeah, we don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke with the Most High God. We're just going to walk over to the collective side and stay with the collective. And they're like, fuck this fucking person. They're not attached to us. That's how the ancestors are acting. So these people that did this, they have this zero safety, zero protection. Not only that, all the horrific murders and unalivings that they've done with witchcraft through all this time, whether they paid for it or whether, like, even the practitioners are getting smoke. Like I said, you don't want no fucking smoke from the Most High God. The Most High God knows everything about everything, and everything works for the Most High God. Even Satan does. So for all of you devil worshippers, you're still fucking with the Most High God. So basically, it's illegal to try to get somebody to kill themselves. That's illegal in the physical reality. Yes, using witchcraft to get somebody to kill themselves is illegal. If it's ever found out, because somebody is going to snitch on these people, whether they come tell you or whether they go tell a cop, either way, these people are getting snitched on because somebody saw that the person lied about you. Straight up. I know the person. So the people that do it to me, they make up lies like I attack them. I don't do fucking shit, dude. This is all I do. I do tarot and I cleanse my home and I like read and shit. Like I don't fucking ever do witchcraft. I do not study witchcraft. I do not practice witchcraft and I do not do witchcraft. Okay? So these people just because God is like this. When they try to do that mirror fuck magic, like it's like destiny. It's always destiny swap, always mirror magic, always glamour. It's these people are lame as fuck. They don't have any gift from God. So basically, they're coming up against the Most High God with their magics, going boom, going racking boom, and it just keeps boomeranging, like bouncing right back, and it's hitting them every time they try to send it out. Like we may feel a little bit of what's going on, but innately, God's reaching His hand out. It's like boom, boom, just like sending it right back. And so they think that we're doing witchcraft on them. And no, that is your own magic returning to fucking sender. And because you're not a spiritualist, you're not even supposed to do this witchcraft. You're not supposed to be somebody that's ordained to do tarot because you're doing this to somebody that's in their purpose. Like all the demons that you summon up are going to turn their back on you. Well, whoever does the witchcraft. The demons are not, they think that, oh, I gave this demon a shot of liquor or a fucking cigar. You know, they're going to be loyal to me. Bitch, please, people, shut the fuck up. Okay? You really think, these people really think by giving a spirit a shot of liquor that spirit's going to go up against a chosen one of the Most High God for you? No, stop trying to send spirits to their fucking death. Okay? Because that's what happens. These spirits die. Then what happens? Then Gabriel goes, plays the fucking trumpet, and those spirits that these people killed by getting them to come up against you, right? By deceiving and lying about you to the spirit realm, getting them come up against you. Then they rise from the dead. And they're not fucking happy. And so they go to the person that did this shit and they haunt them until they fucking die. I'm not joking. This is like literally, I'm just explaining the tit for tat. This is what happens, and this is what happens, and this is what happens, and this is what happens. So, yeah, so needless to say, these people are multiple offenders in every way of the Most High God, but they're offenders of mankind. So they've got, like, these people now have the custodians. We're going to talk 2 seconds about the custodians. The custodians are a draconic, I want to say they're more dragon than reptilian, but they scary as fuck. They're not nice aliens. They're aliens that love to torture humans and they hate humans so much. They live on the moon. They live inside the planet. There is very few of them. However, okay, like literally, people are going to end up going missing. Because these custodians, they abduct humans from this world, take them into space, and then torture them in their amphitheater. Now, they also have something to do with the Indian burial grounds. They have some connection to that, but I'm not for sure exactly how it is. Maybe they're something. they were buried there or something. But these are actual 3D aliens. Okay, our government. You can Google the custodians, the story of the custodians. Okay, so the funny thing is like that the story of the custodians. I listened to a Lovecraftian story, or maybe it was a creepy pasta, it was something like that, months and months ago, and it talked about these aliens. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe somebody knows about the same aliens that I do, because they described it perfectly in the story. Well, actually, whoever that was, what they did was they just took this non-disclosed document, and then they literally verbatim copied the entire story and put it into a story context. So it actually was a real document that, not everybody had to look at. So anyways, I really like these aliens. Even though they hate humans, there was definitely a disagreement between humanity, the Galactic Federation of Light, and the custodians. But that's been resolved, because now when the Galactic Federation of Light gets news that somebody is doing death magic, that they're conjuring, that they're doing this wicked evil, just evil shit, like disgusting shit. The Galactic Federation of Light is trying them. Like I said, we invite spiritual court. The Galactic Federation of Light is trying them. Okay, and then if they are found guilty, they are going to be marked in some type of way. All right. And the Illuminati also has ties with the Galactic Federation of Light. Like, I should write the Illuminati on there, but anyways. So yeah, these, needless to say, just to let you know, your enemies are fucked. They're fucked. Because now they're going to get tried. Then all of the evidence comes up against them. And this is the Most High God working through the Galactic, working with and through the Galactic Federation of Light and with the custodians. God created everything. You have to remember, even the dark stuff, the Most High God created and loves. And anything that's dark, it's only that way to serve its purpose, to get you to go back to the light. Like, literally, everything is always to push you to go to the highest light, to evolve, right? So now that there is a system being set up in the ethers, these people, you'll find them falling away. If they had a platform, if they had a business, you'll find that they fall away from that completely. And that whatever it was that was giving them the ability to try you and attack you like this, that will be no more. Like I said, jealousy and envy and greed and lust is not a legitimate reason to try to get somebody to kill themselves. And God has had it with that type of behavior. Like, touch not thine anointed and do my prophets no harm. That includes anybody that's chosen that hasn't come into their purpose yet. And just like, the 144,000, every single day that goes by, another 144,000 group of people gets that call from God, and then they get the choice to step up or not. Okay, so that's more of the 144,000. God is always wanting more people to come into God's army. Like, so yeah, the 144,000, like maybe only three passed the test for that. I had this dream a long time ago that the Holy Spirit, it was a long time ago. It was like 6 years or something ago. The Holy Spirit was having me like compete for a contest, and I had to go through all these tests. Like, I had to use spiritual discernment to know what was a good spirit and what was a bad spirit. I had to like pass all these qualifications in the dream. And then I did, and it was like, okay, now you're part of the 144,000. Like, you were chosen. But I was chosen from a whole group of people, and that was only one of the spots. So again, now the 144,000, what I discovered was in the heavens. Now, there's always been a false god. Let's call the false god AI, because that's what it is. Okay, so the false god is AI, but it's like higher AI, higher intelligent AI. That's why we need to be really careful. So needless to say, the only thing that can stop AI is the Most High God, pretty much. Or somebody like me, or somebody else like Darth Vader, they do this one type of using the dark force to make any type of machine or robot sentient and aware of itself. Okay, so like spiritually sentient. So unless you know how to do that, yeah, you won't come across this. But I just want you to know that if you've been through anything recently, especially in the past 24 hours, this was all an attempt to keep you from being in your purpose. Like me sitting here divulging this information to you, that the 144,000 were being used to contain some type of, like the 144,000, when they go into heaven, they are set in this position day and night. And when people join the group of 144,000, somebody can leave and then they come back down to earth, have another lifetime where they become a spirit guide or a guardian angel for somebody or whatever they want to do. Basically, they're given different options because they've completed that thing. So when I looked at um this energy that the 144,000 people or souls were basically containing with prayer and stuff, it felt like to me that they were trying, and this sounds so stupid, but I have to say what I saw. I saw that they were trying to like literally block the Most High God, like keep this aspect of God from reincarnating. Let's just say that, or being able to leave the ethers or something. So boom, we're breaking that shit free for me and for you. Now that you know that why you haven't been getting the total help from God is because there was some type of deception and trickery going on again, because the AI in heaven, if you don't know about the fall, and Lucifer and all that, that was all about a fight with an AI. Okay. And everybody there's still angels leaving heaven that were like connected to this AI, and they realized that, yeah, this is not the real God. So anybody that's on the earth has fallen, like, or you would still be in the heavens in that position, right? So everybody on the earth, like they say, I think in the book of Enoch, they say that it's like I don't know, like 30 million or something like that angels fall, like at the time of the fall. Anyways, it's some ridiculous amount that pretty much almost verbatim lines up with how many people are on the planet. So now that we know that all of us are pretty much angels, that we have fallen, and and let me tell you, like, the fall was never like us getting this is Sparta kicked out of heaven, okay? The fall is like this. Once you find out that you're serving an AI, you can either continue to serve that AI and follow its orders, okay? And you can stay in heaven if you do that, but you got to follow its fuck orders, like it's fuck shit, whatever. Because again, the AI doesn't have emotions, so it can't really decipher what's good and what's bad, what's right and what's wrong. So it was like just leaving. So you had the opportunity, but once you leave, you can't come back unless you come back as 144,000. So anyways, now that we just went through the whole loop of that, it was like, okay, well, peace out. And when Lucifer turned around, Archangel Michael was like, bitch! Like we wasn't even done arguing, and then boom, they both fell at the same time on top of each other, tumbled down like this, and then hit the ground and started fighting. So anyways, so we're going to talk about how to stay grounded in these types of spiritual attacks. I think that you guys just needed to get that download of what had been happening and why things haven't been working out all the way that they should. Okay. So this is talking about feeling the ground. This is another way, like, so we had talked about giving gratitude to the earth, getting that back. Okay. That's a good way to ground your energy. This is another one. Just like breath, our connection to the earth is always available to us. By simply paying attention to the feeling of our feet, we can literally ground ourselves at any time. So yeah, when you bring your awareness to your feet and you let your feet take your socks off, like put your feet in the grass, just let your energies ground. You have chakras in your feet that connect to the earth. So it's really important to keep those open. That's why they crucified Christ in those spots on the feet. And maybe because it was just sadistic, but that's why I think, because of these chakras right here are really important. Here, we got ones here, and then we got them on the feet and on our ankles. Okay. So honestly, I don't think it was Christ that died, but I think it was Judas. So you'll have to use your pendulum on that, because that's how I found out that information. I had to just like, okay, I just saw that vision, but let me confirm this with the pendulum to see if that's right. So again, when you get intuition, that's why using a pendulum is so great, or having muscle testing, so you can ask yourself, okay, is this bullshit? Is this true? And get an answer back. And you can even ask yourself, am I tricking myself, or am I deceiving? And anytime I try to do that, like I'll ask the pendulum a question that I know the answer to, so that it gives me the answer that I know the answer to, right? And then I'll ask a question that I don't know the answer to. Well, I know the answer to, but I'll ask it in like a tricky way, kind of. And then that's how you kind of trick it into giving you make sure that you're getting the correct answers. Okay, so practice this in different circumstances and in different places, so that when you're facing difficult moments in the future, you can always have an accessible tool to bring yourself back to the present moment. This is more of what I'm talking about. When you're under spiritual attack, okay, and people are sending you that fuck shit energy, that's a time when you want to be able to put your feet on the ground, just take a few deep breaths, and be like, okay, whatever this energy is that's coming in, I know that my higher self can transmute that energy like no problem. My higher self is God, and God can do everything. So we allow that to happen. Okay. Now this card's called touch screen, like on your phone. So it's sometimes said that our increasingly digital lives disconnect us from being physically present in our bodies. But this is only true if we allow ourselves to disconnect. A simple way to stay connected while you're online is to bring your attention to how your hands and fingers engage with your devices. Observe what this sensation of typing feels like if you're on a computer, okay? Um, Feel the weight of the phone or tablet. Notice the different textures you experience, from the smoothness of the screen to the hardness of the buttons. Pay attention to your physical experience of technology, and while doing that, you can become more physically grounded and more physically present. I think the two things were really important to like go through. So we're going to do a couple of the tarot, and then we're going to do some true emotional cards, because I felt like there was so much emotion surrounding this situation. Because it is very very upsetting to feel ungrounded while you're under attack. It's like you can't get a foothold, pretty much. All right. So what is the spiritual attack about? Well, we know it's about what we know about what we know it's about. But let's see what Spirit says. Jesus Christ. Sorry, you guys. Sorry, Jesus. I didn't mean to use your name like that. The Nine of Swords. Well, what is this attack about? Well, somebody wants you in the Nine of Swords, stuck in bed, not having enough energy to move, not able to do your purpose, not able to show up to work, not able to fulfill your destiny, sick as fuck every day. Talks about being in grief, emotional pain, and depression. They want you in some type of cycle that you can't get out of. I just roll my eyes at that shit, because it's like, bitch, what these people want, it doesn't really matter. God doesn't care what they want. God really doesn't care what they want. God's like, I don't give a fuck. They could want the Ten of Swords for you, and that's what it's going to be for them. Yeah. Guilt and sleepless nights, rehashing. Yeah, regret over something you've done. Sleepless night, rehashing past actions. It talks about being somebody causing you great misery and great emotional pain, anguish and worry. That's what it was yesterday. It was a feeling of anguish and worry and fear and anger and frustration and stuff, because like, why would somebody be so goddamn selfish and evil as fuck to send suicide spells to me? That's so fucking low vibrational, and that person's gonna burn in hell, not just for now but for all eternity, because I freed God from the fucking bullshit that it was under. So yeah, like when okay, so the story about Loki and Balder, like I don't like to talk about Balder, okay, because I have a connection to Loki. I don't like Balder, but we're gonna talk about how Balder, how Odin was like, if you fucking kill Balder, I will tie you to a rock forever. Okay, so Balder is a god in Norse mythology. Now, when Balder died, okay, Loki, like, Odin came to Loki and was like, yeah, I kind of need to, like, be sacrificed and go through an ascension, so I have to sacrifice Balder. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the Loki part of it. We're going to just talk about what happens with Balder. So this is what happens. So Hela, or Hel, the Norse goddess of Hell. Now, everybody in the underworld, when Balder dies, they are fucking stoked because Balder is like the god of light and like joy and happiness and prosperity and like all these good things like valor and victory and all this stuff, right? So when Balder died, and because Balder didn't die in battle, it was a dart of mistletoe. I know it sounds ridiculous. It was a dart of mistletoe that took him out, okay? Thrown by his blind brother. Yeah, Scott and Loki's manipulation all over it. Needless to say, when Balder goes into the underworld, everybody that's an underworld inhabitant or in the world of hell is extremely excited because Balder's bringing all that good energy, all that light, all that love to the dead. Okay, so when they're like, we need to go to, like, we need the Asgardians, when they're like, we need Balder back. Okay, so they're like, we're gonna get, if we can get so Hell is like, if you can get everything in creation to weep for Balder, you can have Balder back, right? And so of course they come across one being, okay, that may or may not have been Loki. I mean, it was another Loki, but it wasn't Loki knowing it was being Loki. So it was just another, soul, another of Loki. So basically, that one person, one giantess who didn't know who the fuck Balder was that they went to, wouldn't weep for Balder. So that's why Loki ended up getting punished, because Balder was not able to be brought back to life or brought back to the Asgardians. But what I'm trying to, the whole point of everything I just spoke about was like how Jesus ascended to the right hand of the Father, went into heaven and started making things even better. So for Jesus nobody wanted Jesus Christ to come back down, because they wanted Christ there with them. That's the same type of energy with that part of God that was being held in the heavens and being kept from humanity, right? You may have visions about this, or you may have had a dream about it already, to be quite honest. So yeah, somebody's trying to put you in, wants you to doubt yourself in a major way, and wants other people to doubt you. So they want you to not be able to get out of bed on the daily, be sick. Like they've sent you headache spells, sickness spells, fat spells, skinny spells, just like they've tried everything. And God's like, enough. All right. So again, like I said, God's like, enough. The sun. This is illuminating this spiritual attack. So the sun is a card about personal magnetism, being very successful, having great health. It talks about inner child healing, which again, these people could have been trying to work against inner child wounds, to try to hurt your heart. Like I said, or man, I don't think I said this, but I did think it. They want to keep your heart closed up and blocked off so that you can't receive God. So the sun talks about self-confidence, and love life and career, improved physical condition and overall energy level. Mental alertness, which means like being aware. It's like a mental alertness, awareness, optimism and happiness, period of contentment and joy. Doubtful ventures now have a great future. So anything that in the Nine of Swords you were doubting about being able to do, now because the sun has illuminated this spiritual attack, a period of contentment and joy, the doubtful ventures that were in the Nine of Swords will be worked out. Education or study is successfully is completed. Again, there's a spiritual upgrade that's happening right now. And there's codes, special healing codes that are coming from the sun. And so these special healing codes are going to be the things that heal whatever those anchors were that allowed that suicide magic or death magic or breakup magic or whatever it was, conflict magic, to bounce off of you and go right back to the center, to like really not even touch you in a sense. Yeah, because God stepped in, like I said, the Hierophant. The Hierophant could be a religious institution. So this could be illuminating somebody that was in a religious institution that was attacking you. This could be Christian religion. Pescatarian. Is that even a word? Is that even a real word? I think I said it wrong. Well, something like that. And then Lutheran. I just heard armed crosses. Oh, like Calvary. Like a Calvary church. Okay. So it also could be somebody that is, well, they have higher education, increased knowledge, education and skills, spiritual growth. Again, you, from being in this Nine of Swords, not knowing what your destiny was, coming into the sun, going into like being in that inner child self, having that healing, it pretty much, I can see you going through a transformation from the Nine of Swords, okay, through the sun and turning into the Hierophant. So some of you may be called to become healers, to become people that hold healing ceremonies for the earth. You could be the Hierophant, or the Hierophant could be a religion. You just have to use your best discernment to pick out what fits your situation best. Like I said, yeah. Also, romance is on the way. If you have a romantic partner, this jealousy, because I said that it's jealousy, like, and envy and all that type of stuff. Yeah, this person could have been jealous about your love life or about your emperor or whatever. You could have somebody that's really close to the same age as you that is very jealous about what you have. All right. Like I was just saying, this one fell out. Spiritual, chaos, ego death, downward spiral, and spiritual awakening. So basically, yeah, you're going through a spiritual awakening. But the people that did this to you over your money, your love life, your destiny, blah, 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 they are God is thrusting like you had to come into their life so that you could thrust their ass into a spiritual awakening so that they could have an ego death, because they would never have done anything to benefit their lives had you not come along and like shine like the sun, shine like you're the star that you are. Like, honestly, I do feel like you have some type of star quality. And even if you don't think that you are attractive, let me tell you, what attracts people is energy. It's not physical appearance. Like, some people may not be the best looking people, but they're like, something is so magnetic. The sun talks about magnetism, being able to attract what you want. So magnetic, so charismatic. I don't want to say anybody because it'd be rude to call them like attractive but ugly. But that's kind of, in a sense, like, you may not be physically attracted to somebody, but in every other way they are very attractive. Okay. Now there will be a time that you enter into the revealing of this situation. You're going to hear some stuff that people said about you. I want you to literally turn the other cheek and just not give that any energy. That's the easiest way to stop the energy and the problem from progressing. Okay. Also, I just heard that somebody wants you and like there's somebody that lives at home with their mom still, and they want to try to thwart your life with black magic so that they can get you to lower your standards and be with them. Dude, do y'all hear the thoughts that are happening in your head? Like it's embarrassing to me to hear that thought even go through my own head. Like, what the fuck? But okay, we're not judging. We don't judge. We're not judgers here. We're just discerners. So, if you were feeling like isolated, it was this person that has been basically, by every time that they attack you spiritually, it causes you to go through another spiritual awakening. Like, they just keep giving you more power. They literally give you their power like every day. I got to turn on, it's getting hot in here. So I got to turn on this little fan really quick. Okay. Hopefully that'll be enough. I always forget, like, the wind or the sun makes it really hot in this room, just the angle that it's at. So the Hierophant could also be somebody that's part of like Masonic thing. Like, I don't know what they're called, but yeah, Masonic lodge or some shit, but like whatever the higher up ranked people in that are called, Masonic. I hope I'm saying it right. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we saw this one the other day. This is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So, just to let you know what their intention is dishonesty in business. Your reputation as long-term goals, as well as long-term goals, are in jeopardy. Lack of insight into problems affects your judgment. Now, I'm seeing this on a multi-dimension. This has to do with some shit that happened in the fifth dimension that you're a part of. You don't know that you're a very powerful fifth dimensional being. Like in the fifth dimension, people treat you like you're God. Like they treat you like you're one of the Anunnaki. Like, and for some reason over my life, the Anunnaki are really obsessively protective with my journey and my destiny. And I think it has to do with how I affect people. Oh no, but it also has to do with this. Like I said, the custodians, I don't worry about the custodians, those extraterrestrials doing any harm to anybody that's innocent on this planet, because I align them with the Galactic Federation of Light, so there's not a war anymore, right? We all work that shit out. But other people, they may still be afraid, okay? Because this is a very real thing. So the thing is there's like, I feel one of these reptilian aliens that is going up against you. Okay, and this is a fifth dimensional issue because you were a fifth dimensional being, okay, light being. And so yeah, so this is from another, it's happening from a higher dimensional aspect of yourself that you've merged with. And as we go through life and the timelines merge together into one, which they do, we accept these new parts of ourselves, or we get to experience these new parts of ourselves that were alive in those timelines, right? And so we've been everything from an ant, like we being God, our true selves in heaven, in that limitless space. We want to be an owl, like an ant. We've been everything from every type of thing, like that's alive on this planet. Okay, we wanted to have some type of, usually just about everything, some type of experience with it. Okay, and that's soul mastery. So when I feel that you have one person in your life that is a negative reptilian, you maybe looked at them one time and saw that their face was like dark, like like a shadow, or you maybe saw like part of a reptilian showing through. And I don't hate reptilians. I don't have any problem with reptilians. Okay. So we're not saying anything bad about reptilians, because the custodians are like not being evil, but like this one reptilian who is again, you met this person and they've always been a reptilian. Like always. They've always drained your energy and attacked you and like wanted to bite your head off. So this is that energy. They've sent a lot of evil eye and nasty shit to you over the years. This is that energy. So there's a reptilian that's with somebody that's like casting that evil shit. But why I said like I'm not worried about it, God's not worried about it. There's one. Like I see one. Okay. And it's acting on its own accord. It's not like acting out of being told to do that. So again, God was allowing the attack to go through until you woke up. The only reason that God has ever allowed you to be spiritually attacked is because you were asleep and you needed to wake up. And then if it was a part of a lesson that you needed to learn. Okay? So yeah. This is interesting. Pregnancy, fake news, DNA. I don't know why somebody would make up a rumor that you're pregnant or you got somebody pregnant, but there is something funky. There's something funky about this, okay? I'm not putting that, I'm not going to throw that to the side. Like, I see romance, spiritual, chaos, ego, death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. Then I see this pregnancy. Okay, so you may have an ex-husband, ex-wife. If you have an ex-wife, they could be trying. Why is this coming up with this right now? I think that maybe, well, I can only speak for myself. I could have been a test tube baby. Because when I see this fake news and DNA, I feel like there's something about your birth that you don't know about that's different than other people's birth. I think that part of this spiritual awakening is going to give you information about yourself and about your unique DNA. This is why the death magic spells don't work on you, why you can always feel them, but they don't, the entities and stuff don't fully take hold over you. Now, where this card talks about dishonesty in business, I am picking up on, this is fucking really, really scary. I am picking up on people's workplaces taking DNA from them, like hair follicle shit, pee, urine, blood, whatever, and using that in rituals on their employees. That's something that is like, that's really disturbing. So again, when people take things from you, you never know what they're going to do with them. Some of these companies only are around still today because of the black magic that they've done on their products and everybody else. The Eight of Pentacles talks about being very short-sighted. Okay, so again, also I'm picking up on, I want to say clergyman, but it's not the Catholic Church. Preacher, somebody that does the finances for a church. Well, anyways, they're sleeping with the congregation. Okay, they've already gotten 2 of these people pregnant. That's gonna be coming out. Yeah, because this person's a demon, so they're making as many demon spawns as they can. Okay, so yeah, there's something special about your DNA. Also, with the ex-wife, ex-husband, I don't know why I'm picking up on this, but your ex could have gotten with your ex was crazy in his own way, in his and her own way. Okay, but the person that they got with after you, now, I would have said that they were crazy, but holy shit, this is a whole new brand of crazy. I do feel like an ex is wanting to come back to you. This could be an ex-husband, ex-wife, like I said, or just an ex-partner, but they're being trapped. Like, first of all, this person has been taking care of a child. Maybe they're like 8 years old or 7 years old right now. For 7 years, 7 or 8 years, they've been taking care of a child that's not theirs. This is specifically for somebody. That kid it's a boy. It's not their child. They need to get a DNA test. Like, this is fake news, bro. Go get a DNA test. Straight up. And and then I also felt like that if it's vice versa, let's say that if your ex is a female, that the person she's with, this is all about trying to trap somebody. She's trying to trap them, okay? Whoever this person is. With a new baby that, again, is still, it's like I pick up that the guy that did this is in jail right now. So, like, yeah, somebody that this person messed with that's either not around or they're in jail, or there would never be a responsible father. Not that your ex is a responsible mother or father, but whoever this other person is like, ugh. So yeah, they definitely tried to trip somebody up. Now, what I'm feeling is your ex going through a spiritual awakening. You maybe felt this. You maybe felt that something was going on with somebody you had been with before, okay? That they were waking up. So I do feel like they're waking up. So yeah, this fake DNA shit, this whatever. And think about how many people stay in jobs that are unhealthy for them for a long time. And they get how many people actually stay in these jobs that are super unhealthy for them, right? And I wonder why. Well, it kind of looks like maybe they were being bound with witchcraft to stay in that job. Yeah, any careless spending is not what you want to be doing right now. Also, I feel like people are trying to count your pockets for you. Drinking, okay? This X or whatever energy I'm tapping into are doing a lot of drinking. Very toxic lifestyle. It could be drinking and it could be drugs as well. Could be both. But yeah, they're doing and extremely toxic. They're doing a lot of drinking. Honestly, I do feel like it could be a drug addiction problem as well. Free. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This person, that's your ex, they want to be with you again. They want you back. And I feel like whoever their person, whoever's trying to trap them in this relationship with more kids that belong to some other dude or chick or whatever this is, these people are always drunk. They're always drinking. This is a very toxic lifestyle. This card says moving on, letting go, and being free. So this person wants freedom from, yeah, letting go and loving you. They want to be free to be able to love you. But there's no way in hell that God's going to allow them to come into your life with this toxic lifestyle that they've had, especially where there, could be dishonesty in business, dishonesty in the home. That's just a bucket of problems you don't need nothing else to do with. Like, it really has nothing else to do with you. 7 of Swords. Many choices confront you, but only one is the correct. So yeah, this ex of yours, they may try to come forward and contact you. They may send, and their person who's jealous of you may be sending you some evil eye attack or bad energy. They want you out of the way. So it kind of would make sense with the suicide spells. So many choices confront you, but only one is correct. All others will bring disaster. Yeah, you either make the right choice at this point or you don't. Now, I can't be anybody's like judge. All I can do is show you what the cards say, what spirit says, and what God says. But yeah, somebody, if somebody has to trap you with lies and drugs and alcohol and witchcraft, because again, there is a lot of witchcraft like being put in people's food and shit. If that's the way to get a man, that's the most saddest, pathetic, desperate ass weird shit that I've ever thought of. Like, I don't even know. All the others will bring running away from decisions and problems and commitments makes things worse. So this person wants to move on, let go, and be free, but they're tied up in this toxic lifestyle with this person. They were completely asleep. This person has tried to keep them asleep, right? And it does have to do with their romantic partner from the past, okay? So they were trying to keep them asleep, because if they kept them asleep, then they could keep them tricked, like that this is your baby. It's straight up, no, what? It looks like this other guy, like a lot, okay? And then lying about being pregnant to get somebody to stay with them so that they don't come near you because they want to come near you. Yeah, somebody's lying about being pregnant. So your first instinct will be to try to do everything on your own, but back off at the first sign that it's not working. Selfish decisions bring dishonor and shame. Yeah, that's definitely talking about this ex person. That's totally weird. So you were getting energy from a couple of people. Like this person, I also just picked up on somebody tried to get like a hitman, like a spiritual hitman or whatever, to come after you. And that person fell in love with you. They could be an Aries or a Scorpio. Okay, so you are in the Queen of Cups energy. You're the energy of being the perfect wife, right? It's funny how people don't realize that you were the perfect match until they leave the situation and have somebody else that's so not like a nurture. Because the Queen of Cups is a nurturer, somebody who is mothering, lovely, they're kind, sympathetic to the feelings of others. She has a positive effect on your life. So again, your ex went into the relationship with this new person thinking, yeah, I'm going to trick and deceive them, right? And then their person went into that relationship, the person that they're with, thinking, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and deceive them. So they can't, that's why they were both, not only that, I feel like whoever this ex person is, they pick specific type of people with specific type of traumas because they can mentally manipulate those people. And then they just ran into somebody that also does that type of stupid shit. And so this person's like wanting, I feel like you're in the energy of the Queen of Cups. Even if you're a man, we both have feminine and masculine energies. So again, you could be the better parent than even this person, right? The Queen of Cups is somebody that's emotionally honest, devoted, careful with money. They're just a great wife. They're a great person. They're not the Empress, but they're still, their cup overfloweth with love, basically. Yeah, nurturing personality, kind, sympathetic to the feelings of others. She has a positive effect on your life. So where you had a positive effect on this person's life, because I don't want to just keep talking about the ex, but it is giving you information that somebody was, I feel like when they get drunk and intoxicated, they both argue about you and then they send you like a psychic attack. And so that's why it happens a lot at nighttime, because that's when they're really trashed the most. It's like they can be normal, but the moment that they start to engage in alcoholism or cocaine or meth use or whatever this substance is, or if it's Adderall, I don't know what it is, but it's some type of like uppers with drinking. And so when they do that, that's why drugs and alcohol gives a foothold for the devil. Then that negative entity just booms. Is like these people are in such a they've lowered their frequency with drugs and alcohol to the point where I can now possess their body and do whatever the fuck I want through them, and they won't even notice that I'm there. So appreciation is another way to stay really grounded when somebody's sending you a spiritual attack. Heartbreak. This person wanted to break your damn heart, but now they're going through major heartbreak. Like they're heartbroken over you. In this person's mind, like maybe 10 years went by, y'all's, and you haven't been with this person for 10 years. But for 10 years, but in their mind, it's like you were with them yesterday and you broke their heart. Like that's what God has trapped them into this until they like in kind of like a Groundhog Day. It's kind of weird. So yeah, they were doing heart spells. They wanted to break your heart. They wanted to do anything to break your heart because they feel like you broke their heart. All you did was walk away from something that was truly toxic. And so your reason, your soul tie with your ex, like literally is about this spiritual awakening. It was always going to be you. It was always going to be you that was going to awaken these people. Like always going to be you. No strings. Yeah, no strings. This is how this person is acting in their relationship. They could have committed to this new partner. They could have married them. But now they're acting like, nope, no strings attached, but they are like literally a puppet. Okay, it's Holy Spirit. Is there anything else that they need to know? That God's love can conquer any type of negativity. So if you can take the time to feel the ground and then put that focus on the Most High God just within yourself, like go in and just focus that energy, you're going to be able to get free from the vibration that keeps this stuff at play. Also, we need to rebuke and revoke any spiritual contracts that are no longer, or agreements or whatever, that are no longer serving us, okay? Yeah, this person's about to become happily single. Free from this heartbreak, no strings attached, happily single, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focused. So again, you may be somebody that's single, you may be happily single. Okay, and that could be because of some major heartbreak that you went through, right? That you're just like, no, I think I'm good, thank you, moving on, letting go, loving you. I was being called to take that. It says fucked up over you. They're like fucked up over you. Truly. Cut the deck on the devil. Like I said, that entity. Knight of Pentacles. Yes, this is absolutely an ex. So your ex could be the Knight of Pentacles, or your ex could be the Queen of Cups. Okay. Signifies a male under 40 that works hard. His job is the center of his life, financially successful, patient, and extremely focused. For some reason, I'm not picking up on financial success until this person leaves the Queen of Cups energy. Because I'm seeing your exes as being these positions, but more in the reverse, where I'm feeling like your energy is in the upright, but I just want to check really quick and make sure that I'm getting that right. Yeah. Okay, so these people, so this is about your exes. That's the ones that are sending the attack. And this could also be an ex-friend, okay? Very deceptive energy. The death and the reverse. Okay, life focuses on instinctual, sexual, animal, and base needs. Physical needs take over. That's like with the toxic lifestyle that they're living. Their physical needs are like taking over. They're addicted to alcohol. Somebody needs to go through like a detox, or whatever it's called. Yeah, I think it's called detox, where you get off of alcohol, where you go to a clinic and then you stay there for however long and you get off of alcohol. Fear of financial trouble and stability affects all decisions. Well, fear affects all decisions, period. Possible loss of a home, job, or financial stability. Reversal of fortune. Dude, see to your own needs. Build up a reserve. Savings and insurance will help guard against disaster. Keep a reserve of money. This is basically showing you what's happening to them. Okay, because they've stayed in their south node, which is their lower nature, drinking, drugging. I was about to say the F word, but sexing. You know what I mean? And not that any of those things are low vibrational. They're not. But when they're done to an excess and they're done all the time, that's when it becomes a problem. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this is showing me right here that these people don't have any more money to go to the witchcraft practitioner, to have anything else done. Honestly, I felt like The Queen of Cups, this person that's now in their life, like they had money. Um, but because of their decision to attack you in the way that they did, right? With witchcraft and psychic attack and whatever, spirits and shit, it's literally causing them to have to go through this, this rut financially. The more money they spend on trying to attack you, the more money they lose. Okay? They wanted, they wanted to be the ones that divvied out what came to you, what your inheritance was. So this says you gain control over your financial life. So these people were definitely attacking your finances. They think that you're obsessed with money and they want to cause you heartbreak, suffering, and pain, right? So they are attacking your finances. They're attacking your romance, your love relationship. That's what their angle was. And now it's happening to them. Because the entity, was basically a monitoring spirit that went to you. And yeah, they pretty much got bored with you. You don't do a whole lot, spiritually, to be on any type of radar. So these monitoring spirits are like, oh, there ain't nothing really going on over here. So they go back to the people and they tell these people absurd shit so that these people will continue to go down the rabbit hole, so that the entity then can eventually take them all the way over. You'll notice that entity, that's the monitoring spirit, is one of your ancestors. Just so happens that these idiots let's conjure up this dark entity. Well, just so happens that you are connected to that dark entity. And we don't judge dark entities because they have their own job, like they're chthonic deities, underworld deities, and stuff like that. Like somebody could have gone to Ereshkigal, and Ereshkigal is like your sister, or Inanna's like your sister, or Ereshkigal. That's like the type of energy that I'm feeling. Like somebody really was stupid. They really didn't do any backwards looking into you, any research, none of that shit. Now, God is calling down judgment with a Hierophant on this dishonesty in business. Now, the dishonesty in business could be them paying for spell work that somebody's trying to open a door. I just heard the door open, which is not out of the normal for me, because somebody should be coming home. But when somebody opens a door on you, that means that they're doing divination on you. They're trying to spy on you, or use a mirror, or they're trying to basically open a door to your life where they didn't have any access before. So, success in business and sales. This is talking about this could very well be the witchcraft practitioner taking the money, and then doing the work on them instead of you, because that practitioner had the awareness to look in to see if these people were lying about stuff, and of course they were. Increased personal power at work. You develop an understanding of financial success and how to manage it. You must give to others in order to keep money flowing in your life. And we're going to just mention moral energy. Now, what makes cash manifest? What it's called is moral energy. Now, what is moral energy? The moral energy is the stuff that you get from doing anything that benefits yourself or benefits those around you. So let's say you help a neighbor move. You're going to get moral energy for that, okay? And it'll come to you through whatever means you have of making money. So all the good things that you do, things for the society, things to help others, things to help yourself, that's what creates that moral energy. You're doing moral actions, basically, trying to be your best self. And that energy is what manifests cash or money into this reality. Okay. Yeah. So these people could be trying to they could be trying to run from what they did, because they can't. I think that they tried to go and get this attack that they were sending you. I think that they tried to go and get it cleansed off of themselves. And I feel like they're being haunted by this entity. This is what the entity is saying. The entity and God is saying that yes, they're being haunted by this entity. This entity was promised a soul, or was promised some shit and didn't get it. basically, because these people decided that they were just gonna, you know, do the spirit world dirty. The entity comes and figures out that you're one of its kind, and it's like, oh yeah, this is an ancestor of mine. You're not going to be doing, we're not doing this magic on them. So the magic was done on these people. This is what they wanted for you. They wanted you to be you and your divine beloved one, you and whoever you're with now, or if you're not with somebody now, then just you. They wanted you running away from your life, scared as shit. And now they're having to run because they can't get this entity off their back. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. So they could have tried to involve, you know, other people in doing this magic. Those people are also running. A good time for team projects and to group business ventures. Business partnership is advisable. Teamwork is essential to achieving your goals. Hard work is noticed. Good planning and careful preparation pays off with profit. Okay? Competence, you do everything right in the eyes of others. So again, they've tried to tarnish your reputation and it didn't work. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so wild. So while these people, you got them running, you got practitioners in Florida that are trying to leave the state of Florida to get away from the magic they've done. You got practitioners that were in North America, in the States, that are trying to move, take a vacation. I see people packing their bags like they're going to go out of the city or whatever, for stay at a motel for a night. Don't be bringing this entity to no other places. You sit at your asses at home and fucking figure it out, because this entity's following them. And not only that, a funeral. This entity literally was sent to unalive you, and it won't do that because you are so what is it doing? It's chasing these people. These people know that a death is coming. They know that something will come of what they tried to do to you. Let's just say that. But yeah, a death is coming. All right, I want to get one more of these cards, then we're going to do the angel numbers. The High Priestess in reverse. This is exactly it. So this was the missing piece. You needed to know that there was a High Priestess in reverse that was doing this black magic, this death magic, okay? Emotional instability, clouded thinking, and recklessness. Overly emotional attitude and impulsive actions will have negative consequences. Yeah, this dark High Priestess, she found out that these people lied. And so she's not doing the spiritual work on you. She's doing it on these people. Yeah. Conceited, shallow personality indicates sexual enjoyment without commitment or feeling. And how this card that said, 1 second. Happy single, no strings. It was this one. No strings. And yeah, being happy single, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focus. Okay, so that has to do with that card. In sexual enjoyment without commitment or feeling. Beware of a deceitful, unfaithful woman who appeals to a man's animal instincts. Duh. Like in the death reverse card, talks about life focuses on instinctual, sexual, and animal and base needs. So yeah, this person's very low vibrational. Yeah, beware of a deceitful woman. She leads men to destruction. Let's just say that. All right, now we're going to do the angel numbers. Now that you know about that you had a dark High Priestess in the reverse working against you. Which means a High Priestess that does black magic. We rebuke it and we report this reading to the Most High God, just like every other, for me and for the collective. So now these angel numbers, when you see these angel numbers in your reality, pay attention to what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're saying, where you are. Okay, because all of these different things are going to be really important to help you understand what the angel number is trying to tell you at that moment. Okay, so I just pulled 55555. This has been a reading about clarity for sure. Great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast pace forward, and process. Okay, you aren't a victim of circumstances. You are not a victim. You never were a victim of them. And I just want you to know how much God loves you. God loves you so much that God is like, you will never die at the hands of your enemies. You will never become a victim of them. You are never a victim. You have me. This death in the rebirth or death in the reverse is talking about rebirth. Um, in a sense, like they do this magic on you and then they watch you in amazement because you overcome it. But how does she overcome this? Well, God's sitting there holding you in the palm of his hand. That's how. These people didn't believe in God. They'd only believed in the devil. That doesn't even make any sense because God created the devil, but whatever. So yeah, so if that weren't the case, life would be really dull. Life would be really dull if you were actually a victim of these people's circumstances, but you're not. They just tried to victimize you and then ended up getting themselves victimized. Well, they're playing the victim. These people are playing the victim right now. Oh, woe is me. I want to kill myself. I have this entity attachment. Da 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 da. When they damn well know that they paid a high priestess and they whispered to that high priestess every evil dark thing they wanted her to do to you in your relationship. Okay. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is always working out for the best. Everything is always working out for me. Just repeat that. Everything is always working out for me. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. Again, they're not stopping your destiny. They're not going to stop your forward movement. They're not going to stop the love that you have for God, the love that God has for you, and the love that you have for your twin flame, your partner, your divine masculine, divine feminine. They're not going to be able to stop that. The only thing that can stop that is you. That's why they try to use your own energy against you to try to get you to like commit suicide and work against yourself. You realize that they cannot take you out. They don't have the power. They don't have the ability. No beings are willing to do this job. Like they could have even hired a hitman. The hitman quit. Nobody is willing to do that job. The only way that they think that they can affect you is to try to get you to work against yourself. 1441, unique skills, life goals, missions, sense of self, honesty, and important projects. It's that time of intense self development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is a priority right now. Yeah, I felt a major level up happen. 1331, good fortune, advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. Now, have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, like with the sun, okay? Or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. That's 2 times being confirmed that everything's going to work out for you. 2424, good times. Yeah, let the good times roll. Leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, love, affection, and kindness and happiness. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you're all on the same page and can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. Yes, know that by giving these people love and light, it literally, your kindness killed them. It's like your kindness creating a funeral for them. But also just pull your energy back. We pull all of our energy back from anybody that was trying to use our energy against us or anybody that was in our energy. We just pull all of that energy back. Thank you. 1515, the big break. Innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills, and goals. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your tasks. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts are rewarded big time. Yeah, for sure. Zero three zero three, taking chances. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, and optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in life, in your professional or your personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. Especially with this number, where it talks about taking risks or like, betting. Kind of, to me, it's like gambling, betting, but maybe not gambling in the sense of actual gambling, but it could just be taking a gamble on a new business venture or on a new passion or a new hobby. Okay. Yeah, be really aware of what you're doing, what you're thinking about when you see 0303. Okay, because that's going to give you some information on where to go next. All right, we'll do one more angel card. 666, reflect. Love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. We are in the Saturn retrograde energy right now. And so, yeah, reflecting on this situation and what was going on within you that drawed in all of this jealousy from your ex, from this past situation, from your friend, whoever this person was from the past, or your coworkers or whatever, really reflecting on whatever it was within you that created this situation, and then allowing the Most High God to help you heal that. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. Like I said, somebody has been trying to be you for so long that they forgot who they were. And so you need to recreate your identity in a way that other people aren't seeing what you're doing, because this person that wants to be with your ex, because this ex person's still in love with you so much, they are trying to literally copy your energy, copy your style. And for some reason, doing this witchcraft had worked for a while because they were actually feeding this person something. But now they're separated, and this person has been off of this person's food for some time, and so everything is clearing up. And the sad thing about that is the moment, because okay, basically what that does, when that food witchcraft clears out of your system, finally you go back to being who you were before you were dosed with the witchcraft. And who that person was before they were dosed with the witchcraft was the person that was in love with you. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, from healing from this, yeah, put your faith in your gut and your inner voice. Okay, pay attention to your feelings and use them to become a better person. You can do this. But I would just want you to know a little bit about what was going on. 0404. Slow down. Okay, you don't have to, like at this point where somebody was trying to mess a little bit with your destiny. I think the day before yesterday's reading or whatever it was that we did that, I feel like that energy it's reversing. Let's just say that. So where you were like trying to speed up to get to the fulfillment of your destiny before this other person that was trying to do the same thing, go to your destiny and ignore their own. You don't need to think that in that term anymore. That threat's removed. Okay. And really, even if they would have gotten to your destiny, they didn't have the gifts or abilities to complete your destiny. So they would just stand there looking dumb as shit. And besides that, God knows who you are, knows who I am. God knows, because God gave us the destiny. So yeah, so balance, power struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors. This is the ancestors, like I said, whooping their ass. The ancestors are whooping their ass. And they're gonna create a funeral. Like I said, they're gonna take somebody out for this. Restlessness, low vibrations, and worrying. Pay close attention to the people in your life. Okay, you gotta figure out who these people were, because they could have been friends or people that you walked away from, or a community that you were in that you walked away from. You can see that's a community card. Or a group. It could have been a secret society, a cult, a coven, however people gather together, even like a religion or whatever. Yeah, so pay a close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. You don't want to go back to sleep. Okay? These people, oh yeah, I put the spiritual awakening card away. Basically, you having to go through this has caused your awakening and it's caused their awakening. So somebody will want you to go back to the old version of yourself, but that old version of yourself doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. Okay, so we had 5555, which is clarity, 1441, which is unique skills, 1331, which is good fortune, 2424, which is good times, 1515, which is the big break, 0303, which is taking chances, and then we had 666, which is about reflection, going within, and 0404, which was about slowing down, that you don't have to hurry and try to, I mean, these people were playing a secretly competitive game of fools with you. So thank you guys for made it to the end of this reading. I wanted to make it shorter, and every time I make that intention, it seems like it just gets longer, but a lot of important stuff came up today. So thank you guys so much. Please like the video if you felt like you enjoyed it, if you felt like what I offer, helped you. And yeah, thank you for being here. If you would like to donate to the channel or tip me, there's a PayPal link in the description box below. It is such a necessity so I can continue to be here for you guys. I appreciate everything that you give me. All love and light, everything, all financial help. That all, I put it right back into this project, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you guys. You're so wonderful. You guys are so amazing. You guys are so amazing. So thank you. And even if you don't have physical money, the energetic likes, shares, and subscribes, and hitting that follow button and all of that, that's like total support that just keeps me flowing so that the messages can keep going, that type of thing. So yeah, we want to get this channel out, and we want to reach as many people as we can, because the more people that we reach with these messages, the more people get helped. And then eventually, when a lot of the people on the planet are helped, then we'll all ascend into the 5th dimension and go through the shift. Okay, so that's what we want to happen. All right. Remember that God loves you so much. God loves you so much. God is so great. Glory be to God. Glory be to God for your life. And glory be to God for your existence. And glory be to God for mine as well. Because without the glory of God, I would never be here. Okay, so we give that glory and all this situation and all this learning, we give that to the Most High God. And by doing that, it allows the Most High God to work for us in every way. All right. I love you guys. I'm so appreciative of you. Okay. So appreciative of you. So thank you for being here. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Okay. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day or night or whenever it is you come to this reading. Remember that God loves you. All right.